What is going on, guys? We're back with another video. We are doing another 10-year sim on Madden 19 Connected Franchise. Of course, the Dallas Cowboys, who made the playoffs. Wasn't looking super likely early on, but kind of turned it around. A great trade for Amari Cooper. You got Ezekiel Elliott. You got Dak, who's an 81 overall. He's still developable. Quick dev is a little rough, but, you know, with a guy like Zeke, usually they can do some things. So I don't really always see them win or even make it to the Super Bowl, but they usually do turn into a really good team. So what I want to see is we're going to do the old way, because I've seen a few people actually say they want me to go back to know, you know, I can't make any moves. I actually let it legit sim, because in fairness, it is kind of pushing this towards a rebuild style. If in case you didn't know, what we would normally do is we would get one move to gain a player every season. But this time, we're just going to literally sim it out. Let me know what you guys prefer. You know, if the majority people will say, I want you to, you know, add a player every time, or, you know, I want you to do something, you know, sign a free agent, draft somebody, I'll do that. But if, you know, the majority says the old way, I think I might return to the old way. It really doesn't matter to me too much. It makes the videos a little bit longer when I make the moves, but still, it is what it is. So we're headed to the playoffs, and apparently we're actually not 5-11. You know, I don't really remember exactly I don't really care about that. I don't remember exactly every season, you know, when we sim, but I do know Zeke usually kills it every time. 1,500 yards, 8 touchdowns. What about receiving? I mean, that's a pretty good season. Amari Cooper kind of underperformed a little bit. But also, when we don't make the playoffs, we usually don't show these stats. It's just, once again, this is kind of an experimental type. I know we're going right back to, you know, basically not experimental type, the original way. So where was Zeke? Zeke wasn't even close to the top. He's almost always MVP, or very close to. But, yeah, normally when we don't make the playoffs, we don't show it. Let's go to the offseason. We should be able to see who wins the Super Bowl. It's been the Browns and Rams quite a bit, actually, which is interesting. And ironically, there it is. You see the Browns win the very first Super Bowl in this 10-year sim. Well on their way. Advancing to the draft. Simulate the draft. I mean, obviously, personally, I would prefer, you know, what I prefer is what you guys prefer. So if you guys want it the longer, more thought out, better way, I'm all for it. But if you guys want it this way, I'm not complaining, because it is, once again, it is quicker for me to do it like this. But in my personal opinion, you know, just from editing them and playing them, it isn't as fun. But like I said, it comes down to what you guys want. So with a 5-11 record, they got the 5th pick overall. A safety, kind of a need for Dallas. In fairness, they did land a very good one. How old is he again? 21, 22? 22, 6'3", very good player. Other than that, I mean, what do you really need if you're Dallas? You know, maybe tight end, maybe a legit one. That's probably, honestly, the biggest need. Offensive line is still looking pretty damn good. Michael Gallup, he was not, actually, was he even in the lineup before? I don't even know. I guess some sort of D-line could never hurt. Do they actually there's no way they actually let him go? Wait, don't tell me they let DeMarcus Lawrence walk. I've never seen that. I have it all on AI stuff too, so I mean, I figured maybe, well, the penalty should go really high, right? DeMarcus Lawrence joined the Bills. Really? Dallas gets rid of DeMarcus Lawrence. That is interesting. I wonder if that's a new thing, or I don't know what the hell happened there. Well, I guess right end's a new need. Can't really think Taco's the guy over DeMarcus, can you? They think so, I guess. But obviously, I can't really do anything. Once again, we're simming it. We're seeing what's going to happen. So we're basically just going to let the AI do everything. In fairness, if we're actually talking legit sim, this does make more sense to do it this way. But I don't know how the hell we're 11-5. So we could see Zeke does win MVP. We lose DeMarcus Lawrence, yet become a better team. I don't understand how that makes any sense. Who did we gain? Did we gain anyone that I didn't see it? So you can see Michael Gallup got a couple of points. That's nice to see. Was there somebody here that I just didn't see us gain? I mean, there's nobody new, so how this is a better team, I don't know. We just apparently are. So Dak, worse than normal. To be fair, Zeke had a lot of rushing touchdowns, so that's probably why. Right, defense. Take a look. Van Der Esch is developing quickly, as he usually does. I mean, the pass rush doesn't really suffer a whole lot. You know, maybe not another guy on the other side, but overall the numbers not really too down, to be honest. Zeke, of course, best player in the NFL, apparently. So that's nice to see that it is consistent. You know, I was kind of thinking, for whatever reason, maybe when the user sims, they get a worse sim, which is weird because normally the user kind of gets the benefit of the doubt. But I don't know, like there was just something about it, but clearly we could see that that is not the case. So a bye week for Dallas after losing to Marcus Lawrence. That is interesting. What dev is Dak? Normal dev. Unbelievable. Going against Seattle. Here's an interesting one. They win. Going against Rams, and they... Okay, so there's a Super Bowl trip here for Dallas against the Chargers. This is... It's got to be Chargers, right? Let's be honest. It is by 7. That's still one hell of a season. You gotta not get rid of anyone new, I must say. If I was like, can we get to the the Super Bowl result? And I was like, oh wait a minute, wait a minute. The draft recap: we were 31, so I don't expect much. JACOBY Anthony, 24-year-old left outside linebacker, not a good pick at all. They did get a wide receiver named Leon Ross, who looks pretty damn good actually. He's pretty fast. How tall was he? Kind of like Ross, not as fast, but I mean, the other rounds, other than the first round, wasn't too bad. I am not even going to look at that guy. Although I really should. Let's take a look. What is his dev? Just in case. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it before. Bad overall, but good dev, and you just never, you know, those guys are kind of invaluable. Ross, the new number 3, I agree. They need a new tight end, but I don't know if they can do that. So they replace Sean Lee with this Anthony guy. He's not the move. He really isn't. Let's see what wins. So wins star dev. He's pretty good. I don't know how good he actually played, but he's better than Xavier Woods. So they're gonna. Oh, Vic Beasley, a new name. 28 years old. I didn't see if there was anyone else, but I mean, it's not a bad team. 88 overall. This could be another playoff run, maybe D playoff run as well. So here we are, another bye week, I suppose. I mean, I'll check it. I'll show you guys again. We didn't cheat, but I'm done for the rest of this rebuild doing that. It's funny because a lot of you guys say you don't even care. You're like, why are you even showing that? We know you don't cheat. Who cares? It's just something about it. I just want to show it. Dak had a very good year. I mean, it's not going to be MVP status, but that's pretty damn good. Spreading the ball around a lot, but no, one receiver really got a whole lot versus the others. Ross, actually not a bad season at all. Maybe dev'd up. Who knows? Sack, god damn it, sack totals, not bad. A little bit down, quite a bit down to be fair, but not bad. A lot of 2 interception players for the team. Where's the rest of the guys? So Dak was number 5. Zeke should have been up there. I know touchdowns is a big part of it, but really? Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Ross. What's his dev now? Guess I can't check from there. That's a big win. I don't know if there was just not many players, but that's rare to see a wide receiver win it. I will say they do usually give the user the benefit of the doubt for awards, though. So Ross goes up 3. What's his dev? That's the main one. Quick, right? Yeah, so he's got quick now. That's not bad. That's not bad. See if I can get wide receiver. Ooh, do I want wide receiver training, actually? I probably want quarterback and linebacker. Because Dak needs to get going. I mean, he's probably a decent overall. He's okay, but obviously he's the biggest need for upgrade on this team. So Atlanta, can we win any games again? We do not. We lose by 3, which is a completely fair, That's not, he can't be disappointed losing 3 against a good team, but still. So the Rams lose the Super Bowl to the Patriots. So it goes Browns, Chargers, Patriots. Patriots win a ring without Brady. Let's go to the draft with the, I don't know, maybe 26th pick, 27th pick. See if they can, I would hopefully assume, go tight end in this this draft. I mean, that's probably easily the biggest need right now. Tight end. Tight end, maybe some sort of offensive lineman. I think we're probably getting close to needing one. Probably should have looked at draft recap so I didn't spoil it, but we'll see. So first pick, they go with, in the 27th pick in the first round, they go with a 70 overall corner. That is easily the worst draft pick I've ever seen. Not quite. Like, I've seen bad ones, but that one's the worst, and I don't think it's ever going to get topped. I mean, you could have pick 32, and I would never see something worse than that. 27, and you get a 70 overall? That is bad news, man. Right below, Aaron Buzzwing, star dev, super god tier. You have Martin Trapp, normal dev, better than the guy they got. Another left tackle. I know they don't need left tackle, but you can move him to right. Walter Kerr, quick dev, super fast, great player. Free safety, I mean, a position they could need soon. Don't know if Woods re-signed, but there's some really decent players there. And, you know, the bottom of the first, early second, and they just missed them all. They just went with the worst player ever. Like, actually the worst. At least if, you know, maybe you have a little speed. It's like, all right, he's got a little speed. He can make a couple of moves. But no, he's never going to play a snap. So the playoffs, the wild card, did I even show it? I'm actually stupid. I don't feel like I did. I was simming, and I took a look at something else. I'm smart, okay? I promise you. I'm not that dumb, all right? I just, you know, I took like a 2-minute break, came back, and I didn't know where I was. It's not called being dumb. It's called having a disease or a disorder. And that disorder is being dumb. I'm sorry, but let's take a look at the awards real quick. CCM. Whoa. Laquan Treadwell, number 2 for the Packers. What the hell? Those are things that I just don't understand. That's all I'm going to say. I just don't understand. That division, NFC East, was killing it. Holy crap. So divisional against the Saints. It's another win. Atlanta, they beat us last season. They can't do it this time. The Cowboys are back in the Super Bowl 2 years out of 4. Can they get a dub, though? And they cannot. They lose by 10. I mean, don't get me wrong. It would be amazing to see a ton of Super Bowls for your team. But at the same time, it would be devastating as a fan to lose 2. Like, you're like, man, we had 2 and we couldn't get 1. Just split it, please. Give me 1 win. That's the way I would think about it. I mean, don't get me wrong. And once again, it's great to be able to get there, but yikers. That's a rough one. Draft recap. So this is going to be a bad pick again. Fletcher, at least this one makes a little more sense, you know, a bad pick because it was a bad selection round. Not a great tight end, but it's something. At least they noticed that is a position of need. So, as I like to do, like to take a look at what mistakes they made. So, a couple of tight ends in the first round we're seeing here. Right guard, left end Nichols, Randall Nichols. That would have been an amazing pickup. But, of course, it was not because they didn't go with him. Not a right, you know, round anyways or draft. The second round is kind of bad. I can't lie. There is a lot of bad players. But let's see. Who did we lose anyone? So everyone seems to be intact to my knowledge. It all looks good to me. Yeah, I mean everyone's here that's supposed to be here other than DeMarcus Lawrence. It is crazy how much faster these are. I think the last time I recorded this with you know, the normal stuff of signing a player and going for or draft picks and whatnot, I think it took me 1 hour and 20 minutes. Right now we're finishing season 5 and I'm at like 20 minutes and I took that little break, so it's kind of crazy. And on that 1 hour 20, we missed the playoffs, by the way. I just noticed that. Wow, look at the division. 10-6, like 11-5 or something like that. And then everyone just craps the bed. It makes no sense at all. Sim is ridiculously bad. So when, you know, like I said, I normally don't check it, but when we do bad, I do take a quick little look. It appears we're the second worst 6-10 team, so I don't know how that's going to work. It means we're probably going to be like a number 7 or 6. One of those spots, I think. Nah, probably number 7 or 8. So the Super Bowl is between the Titans and Redskins, and the Titans win. That's weird. I don't personally see that happening. The Redskins maybe, though. If Alex Smith can stay healthy, I think they actually are a pretty decent team. They did get rid of Swearinger, which was interesting, but I don't know. I think they are a little underrated, if we're being honest. You know, they'll have Geis, so who knows, honestly. So with pick number 8, they go with another safety. Did they get rid of him? Because 24. I know that's not going to really matter to us too much, but in general, that's just stupid. Curtis Hoffman, are they going to get rid of Dak? I don't like that pick at number 8. At number 8, there better not have been like a really good tight end. So there's a free safety. They're going to go with a safety. This is probably the guy. 2 years younger, and he can play corner. Wow. A team that likes to move Byron Jones back and forth doesn't go with the guy that can be a hybrid. Crazy. Look at all the... Oh, my Lord. They really messed up. I mean, there's some... Like, this is one of the better, like, first rounds we've seen. That is really bad. So, I mean, if they grab that safety, they better at least be having a plan to dump off the safety they currently have. Oh, no, they don't have a plan to do that. They already did. He's gone. Way to go. Awuzie is now into the number 1 corner. They have no defensive tackles. Linebackers are looking pretty good, in fairness. Offensive line is still intact, but it's getting there. This could be the season where we see one of them either A, drop off hard, and or B, just completely not on the team anymore. So we make the playoffs 10-6. So the division, wow, the Eagles are gone. But the Giants 14-2, ridiculous. 3,788 yards, 34 touchdowns, 7 picks. So with a lesser team, we're doing better. It just doesn't make sense to me. Ross, double-digit touchdowns, maybe gets his dev back up. I don't know if he would have dropped down, but Amari, what's his dev? Quick dev, he's 29. Yikes. So let's take a look at the defense. I would assume the pass rush is just non-existent at this point. 10 for Fletcher. I don't know how, but okay. 6 picks for Awuzie. Probably a very good overall at this point. Probably won DB of the year on the NFC side. Zeke at number 4. Dak really didn't make top 10. I'm a little shocked. It's interesting. Might have been best QB. No. Dak at number 6. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just skewed there. I thought it was a little bit better than that. Uzier, I don't know what kind of upgrades that would have given him, but maybe a 99 overall? 94 only. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. I think I'm just lost. See, Dak isn't really expected to do a whole lot, so would he have really went down a bunch? I mean, quick dev, it's not really bad, but look at the amount of XP it takes for him to overall to level up, and we lose by 6 to the Rams. It's a tough team to beat in Sim, in fairness. The Browns have another chance at a Super Bowl here. Falcons finally break the mold, and they do win. So Falcons, they kind of got, a couple of championship runs, couple just, wild card losses, maybe even a divisional, but they finally break through, and they do get that Super Bowl win. We're kind of expecting it as well. Would we have lost any other players, I wonder? I think that's the big thing in these that needs to happen is the team doesn't really spend a whole lot on free agency. What is this, man? These are easily the worst drafts we've had in this series. Like, it's not even close. Like, don't get me wrong, 22 is not a good pick, but it's not that bad either. 22 is kind of the range where you do see some of the, okay, this is a really bad draft in general, though. Yeah, these are really bad. Holy crap. That could be the worst draft ever. What do you guys think? Just off a first glance, this looks like a really bad draft. 24 years old, Packers found a good quarterback, though. What is that? That is nasty. Those are really low overalls. I hope those guys have good dev. If not, that is atrocious. So, offensive line, we did get rid of Travis Frederick. You do see that quite a bit, though, so it's not like we're completely caught off guard by that. Taco Charlton's actually a decent overall. 88 overall star dev. He is 29, though. They would have kept DeMarcus Lawrence. I don't know what his dev or his overall is right now, but they would have kept him. Who's Leonard Hodges? This is a free agent we spent money on. But like I was trying to say before, the big issue with these Sims is the teams just don't spend their money. I would like to think right now, just giving it a guesstimate, we're probably in the 40 to 50 mil cap space range. Okay, 22 mil, but still. I guess that's not even a lot. Who's getting paid, man? Dak wouldn't demand that big of a contract, would he? Another 10-6 going against the Saints. Giants, still on top. Zeke wins another MVP, so that kind of experiment did go through. Zeke does do really well just in general. Receiving, I mean, it's just nobody can get enough, yards. It's just they spread the ball too much. Leighton Vander Esch is basically the best player in the entire league. He carries the whole team. Jalen Smith finally showing up, though. 8 years in the league. Normal dev. He's a 90, but with that normal dev, he is going to drop hard. Very hard. Let's take a look at the early awards. Of course, Zeke with the win. Josh Rosen. So I'm trying to look at some of the overalls here. Saquon, 99. It'd be interesting to see, what kind of overalls. What overall do you guys think, the highest rookie is going to be next year? Do you think it's going to be Baker? I feel like since Saquon's a running back, they're allowed to kind of get away with it, giving him a really high overall just for the fact that running backs, there are a ton that are good anyways. Can we win a playoff game? It's been actually a couple of times now where we just went one and done, and add it to the list because here we are. It's been, we had some early success. Lost 2 Super Bowls, which sucks. Jags win over the Saints for the Super Bowl by 2. That's interesting. But yeah, a lot of close ones where early on, they just choke it away. But I expected at this point. Did we gain any new free agents? That's the big one. I don't care about the draft as much because At this point, I just understand that this team is just going to do a poor job. Oh, finally, a high overall. Oh, he's good. Okay, they did good. What pick was that? 23. All right. So it's not going to make up for all the fails, but boy, is that good. They literally just got like Van Der Esch again. That's unfair. That's actually kind of unfair. They draft DT. They go with a running back they don't need. Yeah, I'm not even going to look at what they could have had. There's just no beating that. There really isn't. At 23, you're not beating that. Unless you're able to trade down and still get the guy. Other than that, you're just not going to do it. Michael Gallup, what overall is he now? 29 years old, I meant to say. What age is he? Offensive line is falling apart. This team's really only got a year or two left in it. Great linebacker core. Once again, JAYLON dropped down, like I said, a year at max. 2 maybe. Don't tell me this was the bad overall. Nah, that couldn't have been him. That could be a good safety, though. Yeah, who's the guy that grabbed him? Like, he's probably a free agent by now, but remember that 70 overall first-round pick? That was terrible. He's so slow. Another playoff berth. Another wild card game against the Saints. Giants, of course, take the division again for like probably the 3rd straight year. Dak, he's not really playing well at all, but look at Zeke. That's probably why. 2,000 yards, rushing, 15 touchdowns, another 400 just about. So 2,400 yards total. Over 23 not 23 touchdowns, 20 touchdowns on the head. Amazing stuff. The receiving, I mean, look at this. Like, this is horrendous. Easily the worst numbers I've seen, but the way the Cowboys are built, that is kind of the way they do it. Honestly, with the way the defense is just not, creating sacks, not taking the ball away a whole lot, I'm honestly surprised this team has made the playoffs as much as it has. But like I said, the quote-unquote experiment is a success. Sim treats it pretty much the same no matter who's, if it's a user or an AI. So there's that. Question is it going to be another one and done? It's been too many times now. Will it be again? It will not. Going against the Bears now, what's going to happen is going to be a loss of 31-17. Kind of getting to the nitty on this one. Rams, Browns, how this thing started. And the Rams exact their revenge, taking this one. So 1-1 Super Bowl record within the last 8 seasons between the two. Of course, the Browns, I think, went to an extra one that they didn't. But, just against each other, obviously. Draft recap, we made the playoffs. We won a game, so that's, 28? 28 on the head. Cornerback, Jason Kalu, which is interesting because I know Byron Jones is getting old, but that's not really the biggest need at this point. At 28, that's a bad pick. Let's see if there was a better option, which it'd be hard to believe there wouldn't be because that guy wasn't great. Right below them, a different corner. Goda. Right below that is a tight end that they really should have went with. And I don't know if you've seen that wide receiver, but holy crap. Oh my god, 5'8" star dev. Could be the best. Could be the best. 98 speed, 95 excel, 96 agility, only 83 jumping. It's kind of what you're expecting from these short guys, but better than most. I mean, I've seen a lot of like 70s for like guys that fast, that short. Usually you only get maybe 73, 74 jump. But 83, I mean, that's doable. So looking at the team, Amari Cooper and Gallup are still here, but they're literally about to retire. Well, not retire, but might as well. Tyron Smith is the only remaining original OG lineman. I know you got Connor Williams, but he hasn't. You're not really an OG if you've never even been a G, you know what I mean? So Tyron Smith, 83 overall. Zach Martin, I would say probably went to a different team. I don't think he would have retired yet. Cornerbacks. Yeah, I don't know. Kalu wasn't a good move, but I will move him up the roster just for the hell of it. Actually, should I? Wasn't this the guy with really good zone coverage? Or is this someone else I'm thinking of? It's someone else. Yeah, we'll move him up just for the hell of it. Year 9, here we go. Like I said, this is a very fast video for me to make. But once again, I want to know, just to reiterate, which do you like, better? If you watched both, if you watch both styles, do you want me to make a move every season? Make it, I guess make it a little more interesting. Cowboys here are doing good. They're just, if you think about how well this team is doing, and they're drafting really badly, and they're managing the team poorly with no new free agents, and they're losing players every season, it really doesn't make a whole bit of a difference. This is more sim, but the other style is more rebuild-like. So let me know what you guys want to see. Dak Prescott, 32 touchdowns. He had a pretty decent season, but didn't make the playoffs, so we ain't showing the damn awards. You better believe we are not showing it. Also, whenever this series quote-unquote ends, because obviously if we get all 32 teams, there's nothing really to look at, you know what I mean? We'll probably just double up rebuilds every week. I probably should just be uploading 2 rebuilds a week anyways. So who knows? Maybe at some point you guys see 3 rebuilds a week in the future. I have no clue. But yeah, I don't know how long that'll even take anyways. It'll probably be a long time before that. Rams become a dynasty. Interesting. Not a crazy thing to see. Draft going on to our final season. Let's see what the team can do. 6-10. That's a pretty good draft pick. That should be top 8. Depending, I mean, even better if their division ranking was bad. Maybe conference losses as well. What do you got? So they go with a quarterback and a left tackle. Not the worst. Pick 8. Bronson Klein, 21 years old. I like the age. I like the style, the throw power. Great quarterback. I don't know if that was the move. Brian Gerbery, pretty good player. The question is Dak still here? If Dak is still here, terrible move. But if Dak isn't here, I can't fault it. Was he the first quarterback taken? He was. So who did they miss out on? Because usually there's a bunch of second-round QBs. Holy crap. Where the hell is it? Yeah, I'm going to just go like this instead. So QB is usually the dudes. So you can see here, 80 overall, Rodney Daniels for the Raiders. A little bit of a different type of guy. Zach Reif, a little bit different as well. Neither of those guys, I think, is better than the guy our team drafted. George Merritt, kind of, a poor man's guy that we have. Bronson Klein was, I would say, the best quarterback in this draft. Was he worth pick 8, though? That's the question, and the answer is no. So Dak is gone, and so is the entire talent of the offense. Even Ross is becoming old, 29 years old. The free agency, that's really where this team went wrong. They just didn't fill up the team. I mean, you look at this. No right end, no DTs. Stecker's our left end. Offense, you've got Ross, and the rest of the receivers are terrible. You got Zeke, who's 89 overall. He's like about to die, 32 years old. He's okay, but he's not going to last forever. They never got a true tight end. I mean, how does it take you more than 10 years to, not replace Jason Witten, because in fairness, that is, it is pretty damn hard, but how do you not at least get a guy similar to him within 10 years? I don't know. Like, tight end is not that hard to find somebody okay, at least for 1 year even. Just get a free agent. I really don't know. I mean, got a young quarterback. A tight end is exactly what could help a guy like him. It is what it is, though. We had a lot of success. Here's the final year. It's not going to be a playoff year. It just won't. And 7-9. It's better than I honestly thought it was, to be fair. I thought they were going to do worse. Klein, first year, 23 touchdowns, 11 picks, 3,200 yards. Atrocious, but since it was the final season, we finally got a 1,000-yard receiver. He moves up to star dev. A little late there, guys. I'm just saying. I don't want to be a hater, but I'm gonna be a hater. Okay, just calling how it is. Van Der Esch, how good is he? Still star, 31 years old, 94 year overall. 24 overall would be the bad. Awuzie, quick dev, 88 overall. Still doing pretty well considering he's a 33-year-old corner. Corners don't usually last a whole lot of years. Final one, the Eagles finally made it back on top. Let's take a look. So the Rams and Browns, I don't know if the Browns won many. The Rams, I think, have the most. Raiders win a Super Bowl, ironically, with a rookie quarterback, I would assume, because he was an 80 overall. I would assume he would have started. Let's take a look. No, they didn't. So they had someone else, Rob Shackelford. Interesting that they would draft. I guess the guy was a third-rounder. This guy's actually really good. Look how fast he is. That'd be one hell of a fun quarterback. Drafted him 8 years ago, but still. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. For me, it felt really quick. For you guys, it might have been a normal duration. And by the way, it's not a normal duration. Not even close. We sped through this one. We got it done. It was fun, but it does feel like it's lacking a little bit of depth that we would normally have. So that's, again, what I need to hear from you guys. I might even run a poll on Twitter and or the channel to see what you guys prefer. But do you guys want me to sign a player / draft one every season? Maybe, trade our draft picks. Do whatever it takes. Try to be as realistic as possible. Obviously, with free agents, that kind of goes out the window. You can kind of do what you want. Once they hit free agency, anything goes. But, or do you want this one where it's, I literally sim. I think For what the definition of this is, this makes more sense. But I think for the fun of it, the other one probably is better. But it's completely up to you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any ideas for a new series or something you'd like to see added to this series or any of our other ones, let me know in the comment section. I'm thinking about probably adding a new series, but I really don't exactly know what to do. A lot of the good ideas are already out there. I like what RBT's doing. I like what I like what a lot of people are doing. I don't know if I would ever do NCAA. And I don't know. There's a lot of great ideas out there. If you have one, let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video,